I'd like to welcome Dr. Ron Tottingham from the Empire Baptist Temple. He will give us our invocation, and then immediately after we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. If you could all stand, please.
Our Heavenly Father, tonight, thank you for the honor and privilege to be able to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to live in one of the greatest cities in the world. And I pray that you put a special blessing on these folks who are willing to come and do all the business that's necessary to make a city like this stay the way it is. I pray that you'd bless them, give them guidance, understanding, and I pray that Jesus Christ would be glorified and lifted in all when it's said and done. We ask it in His name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could I get a motion and a second, please, to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Let's.
Second, Enneman.
Councilor Litz did make the motion to approve the consent agenda, and seconded by Councilor Entenmann. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, if you just have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That is passed 8-0. We'll now move on to the regular agenda, please. Could I get a motion or a second to please approve the regular agenda?
So moved, Aguilar.
Second, Jamison.
It has been moved by Councilor Aguilar and seconded by Councilor Jamison to approve the regular agenda. Any questions and or comments tonight on that? Hearing none, if I could just have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That also is passed 8-0. Folks, this is now a time when we offer anyone here to come up for public comment. What we'd ask is that if the comment is something other than what's on the regular agenda, come up now and speak. We'd like you to limit it to 5 minutes, and please just give us your name. Sir, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor Huether. My name is Paul Jennings. I live at 305 North Hillside Place here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I am father of 2 children, an 18-year-old finally graduated, an 11-year-old daughter, and I am a lifelong resident of Sioux Falls. The reason I'm here tonight is to tell you I'm a little bit angry. Actually, I'm a lot angry. I'm angry that yesterday, as I drove down West 12th Street, just west of Marion Road, I was almost hit by a man who was on his cell phone, speeding, in his big enhanced truck that obviously was compensating for something that was missing in his life. I wish I could tell you that this was the first time this has happened, but it's not. Frequently when I drive on West 12th Street, I encounter speeding and distracted drivers. While 12th Street has a great traffic flow, it's also home to some of the worst drivers the city has. I did send an email to our fine police department and got a very encouraging yet discouraging response. While they put it on their list of to-watch spots, they had many others that they had to watch also. I could spend my 5 minutes telling you the statistics and studies that have been done about speed and distracted driving, but I'm sure you've heard them. I could probably make an impassioned plea for you to fix the problem on West 12th Street and not offer any solutions, but I won't. What I am going to do is challenge this body to fix this problem. Before I continue, I want this not to be a reflection on our fine policemen and women who patrol the streets. They do an excellent job. I just don't think there's enough of them. So here are the solutions I'm here to offer you tonight. First of all, get the camera situation fixed at 10th and Minnesota so you can start putting more of those cameras in trouble spots. Because very frankly, if we can't have the police in place to fix the trouble spots, the speeders, the distracted drivers, the people not paying attention to what they should be doing in driving, then we should have the cameras up there so we can fix some of those problems, like running red lights. I challenge this commission to write an ordinance making it a primary offense for all drivers within the city of Sioux Falls to text or use a cell phone while in a moving vehicle. Write this ordinance with a stiff fine so that those who offend it have to pay dearly. Sorry about that there. If the cause of an accident was by someone texting or being on their cell phone, the fine should be tripled and jail time should ensue. When you consider it's a proven fact that drunken drivers react 4 times faster than a distracted driver, the statistics are pretty clear what we should be doing. I just don't understand why our men and women in Pierre can't do what 26 other states, 2 U.S. territories, and the District of Columbia have done, and that's ban texting while driving. Sioux Falls is having much more traffic, and being one of the largest cities in the state of South Dakota should lead this issue and fix it in-house. I realize funds are tight and training police takes a long time, but let me make it clear. We need more police on the streets patrolling and doing traffic work. I realize there's crime, and that we have police for that, but we need traffic police, dedicated men and women that all they do are hit the speeders and hit the red light runners, because it's dangerous. Finally, and here's a little passion coming into play here, I ask that you look at West 12th Street. It has great traffic flow, but it is worst street in the world, because when you get past the Marion Road, it becomes the International Speedway. It's horrible. If you're not driving at least 40 miles an hour on any given time during day, you will be blown off the road, especially by big trucks and by people who aren't paying attention to what they're doing. Now, I've issued a challenge, so here's what I'm going to do. My phone number is 605-521-6145. Call me. Say, hey, Paul, I'd like to talk to you and find out some more ideas about this, because I can guarantee I'm not the only one that's talking about this around Sioux Falls. Or email me at jennings36@sio.midco.com. Or .net, excuse me. But I will guarantee you something. If this body does not proactively start fixing this problem within the next 3 months, I will come back and use my 5 minutes again. But this time, I'll have the cell phone companies, and I will have citizens behind me. Because very honestly, you know there's a problem, but everybody fails to do something about it. Finally, let's just understand one thing. We have cell phone companies running campaigns. We have Oprah running a campaign. We know the dangers of distracted driving. So I want to know who is going to be confident, who is going to stand up and fix the problem. I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you very much, and thank you for the job you do for the citizens of Sioux Falls.
Mr. Jennings, thank you very much. Any questions for Mr. Jennings? Who is here tonight? That was a very passionate plea, Mr. Jennings. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Any other good folks who'd like to take some time to talk to the City Council? Welcome.
My name's Tim Stanga. Just got a couple questions for you. One, I went out to the dump on Friday and counted 7 earth movers. I'm just curious on why we need 7 earth movers out at the dump. If we buy them, we rent them, whatever. I just want to know why we have 7 of them versus, just having 2 or 3. Another question, we're holding back. I'm looking at the budget, $500,000 for the entertainment center for 2011 and 2012. Again, I'm going to ask the City Council. I'm going to ask the mayor. One, if we do end up with an entertainment center, to show up front that entertainment center is going to make money instead of lose money. Because once you build the entertainment center, then we got to worry about what happens at the arena. We'll subsidize the arena. We subsidize I don't know how many things in this city. Until we start making some of these people be accountable, like the pavilion, the zoo, there's numerous people out there that should be accountable, that the taxpayers should not be paying subsidies. Until we can show that we can wipe the subsidies off from the budget of 2011, 2012. I don't know why we're spending money on something that's, I'd just as well go to the new, casino in Iowa and spend $500,000 and see what I make out of it. Because I really look at right now, it's a loser. And until you show the taxpayers that we're not going to subsidize the arena to make the event center run, it's more money coming out of our pocket. And I'm not going to sit back and watch it happen, and I know there's a lot of taxpayers out there that are not going to sit back and watch it happen. Taxes are high enough. We raised the electrical, water, sewer, the dump fees last week or last meeting. A lot of people don't like it. And I think you got to look at what the government's doing with stamps right now. They're going to raise the stamp fee again. They're going to lose more people on buying stamps. And common sense tells me that you keep raising, more people are going to stop using. So better think about it.
Any questions for Mr. Stegman? What I'll do is I'll relay your question on the 7 earth movers at the dump. I don't know enough about that, but I'll relay that to Mark Cotter at Public Works. And as for the money for the event center, the event center will not be profitable on its own. It will not. I will present to the public why I still believe it's a good investment for our city and why the returns will far outweigh the investment that we do make into that. And then we'll give the good people, including yourself, an opportunity to vote on that. What we've found, at least during my campaign, is that at least 1 out of every 4 people are not going to vote for it. They're like you, Mr. Stegman. They're not going to vote for it. They have their own reasons, and I respect that. But they also showed that there is a strong majority that actually do want that. But again, there will be more to come on that. It's not going to be resolved overnight. And again, we'll let the process work itself out, and then I guess we'll let majority rule, and we'll go from there. But I do thank you for your comments, and I certainly respect them, and I know there will be much more dialogue on this to come. Any other people who'd like to come speak to the City Council or to me, please take your time and do so. Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 25.
Item 25, postpone definitely from the June 21st, 2010 meeting, renewal of the 2010-11 packaged malt beverage license for Hy-Vee Food Stores Incorporated Hy-Vee Gas Number 1 to be operated at 1521 South Sycamore Avenue.
Can I ask for a motion to approve, please, and a second?
So move, Brown.
Second, Entenmann.
Councilor Brown has made a motion to approve this item number 25, and it was seconded by Councilor Entenmann. Lori?
All right, Lori Hogstad with the City Attorney's Office. This item was postponed from the meeting of June 21st due to the fact that we did not have a representative from this particular Hy-Vee store. They have had one underage sale in the past 5 years, and that was in 2009. Tonight we do have 2 representatives from this Hy-Vee store. They're both assistant managers, and they are Jeff Thompson and Dan Rost. And they would be happy to come forward and address you regarding their underage sale. Would you like them to come up at this time?
Councilors? Yes, I think we would.
Okay.
Jeff or Dan? If you just please state your full name, please.
Hi, I'm Jeff Thompson.
Hi, Jeff.
Dan Rost.
Any questions for Jeff or Dan? Councilor Brown?
I'll just kick it off. Gentlemen, if you could explain what happened with the underage sale, how it happened, and what the results of that were.
Certainly. Unfortunately, we had an employee that did not follow our policies and procedures that we teach or we train. Our registers are set up that all they have to do is not only do they look at the picture and make sure that the customer that comes in matches the picture, but they have to actually physically type in the birth date for the customer. This employee did not do that, tried to figure it in her head and bypassed our system, and that's what happened.
And the result with that employee?
She was terminated immediately.
Any other questions for Jeff or for Dan? Gentlemen, thank you for appearing tonight. We appreciate it. Yes.
Just
Councilor
wondering, is there a reason that you weren't here a week ago or 2 weeks ago?
Unfortunately, it was a miscommunication. It was our fault. It was something that was misplaced.
Can you explain?
Yes. Councilor Huntsman?
Could you explain a little bit about what is your training procedure? How is your staff trained, if you would, please?
Certainly. everyone, when they're hired, every single one of our employees, whether they're going to be a checker or not, has to go through an orientation process. Part of this orientation process includes signing a form explaining what the laws are and what our policies are and what to do. In fact, unfortunately, this happened in our gas station where we do not have supervisors, but everybody there is at least 23 years of age or older, so they have to make that call. So within the store, none of our employees are allowed to sell alcohol without the approval of the supervisor first. And again, the employee still has to go through that procedure, or fail-safe is, I guess, what we could call it, where they have to punch in the birth date on the license to verify that they're of age. Since then, we have also retrained all of our gas station employees, so hopefully this won't happen again.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the City Council? Hearing none, if we could just get a roll call vote on the motion by Councilor Brown, and it was seconded by Councilor Entman to postpone definitely item number 25.
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz? Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That motion is passed 8-0. Item number 26.
Item 26 is a second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 4324 South Minnesota Avenue from the RS1 Residential District to the O Office District, petition number 2010-0501, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve, please, on a second?
So move, Anderson.
Second, that's.
It has been motion made by Councilor Anderson, Jr., seconded by Councilor Litz. Please, go ahead, Mike.
Good evening, Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services, along with Dave Loveland tonight. We are presenting an item that has been requested by the owners of Advance Eye Care. They are asking for approval to rezone about 3/10 of an acre of land to allow the expansion of the existing medical office building, as well as additional parking for staff. This property is located along South Minnesota Avenue. The nearest cross street would be Bachelor Lane. And again, the proposal is to expand the office building to the south of just under 2,000 square feet addition. And then there would be an additional 9-stall parking lot that would access off Minnesota Avenue for the use of staff. We know that the neighbors were aware of this because they did testify at the Planning Commission hearing. There was some concerns by neighbors. As a result of that meeting, there were additional discussions between the developer, owner, and the residents. And based on our input, we're not aware of any negative comments or concerns now by the surrounding property owners. And there are representatives here tonight of the petitioner.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Cooper? Is there any testimony from the audience? Anybody have any questions or comments on this item?
Mike?
Councilor
Mike?
Mike?
The trees that are on the Minnesota Avenue there side, are they existing trees, or are they going to be new?
I think it's a combination of the two. It's going to be some existing.
new?
There's quite a bit of wooded area there, but not all
Yep.
of those are really good trees, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a combination of saving what's really usable and then adding additional trees to comply with our landscaping requirements.
Thank you.
There's been a motion made by Councilor Anderson, Jr., seconded by Councilor Litz on item number 26. No other further questions or comments. If we could just get a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Item number 26 is passed 8-0. Item number 27.
Item 27 is a resolution designating the official newspaper for the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve in a second, please?
So moved, Aguilar.
Second, Anderson.
Motion has been made by Counselor Aguilar, seconded by Counselor Anderson Jr. on item number 27. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Counselor Litz.
Oh, yeah, I would like to know if there's anybody present from the city that would know how much money we spend on public notices every year.
I was just going to say, if I could address this, this is an annual resolution, as you know, that we would do every year by requirements of state law about designating by the governing body at our meeting the official newspaper, which is where we publish all of our legal notices for the city, all of those legals, all of our minutes, all bids, and all of those kinds of things. It's about $100,000 that we spend annually on those publishing of notices to the citizens.
So has this $100,000 been pretty consistent over the year, probably edging its way up over the years? Is that
it
accurate?
depends. When I first came on board, there was an increase in fees for affidavits that was pretty substantial, but we haven't had an increase over time. I can tell you there's an ongoing effort, and I will continue to support all that I can with the Municipal League to have a different venue for these published notices. As most of you know, there's a very strong lobbying group with the Newspaper Association and others. This is revenue for them, and so they don't want to see that go from their pocket. On the other hand, with are there better means of notice? This is about notifying the public about the action we're taking, and there might be a more effective means of notice, and it would be more or less expensive for us to do, and I hope we can come to a compromise there soon.
Well, I've been thinking something along that. I'm not necessarily either way on it, but, it occurred to me after reading in the paper the other day about, somebody building a detention pond has to be subjected to state bid records. If we're spending $100,000 every year and not taking any bids on this, is there something maybe a little bit askew about that? I mean, I realize it's probably an area not touched by law, but, are the taxpayers being best service? Is there somebody who could do the same service for less money? That's my question.
I can add, as many of you know, that we'll go meet with the League for our policy meetings in August, and then on to the October annual meeting. But there are states, and I already have articles on that, who are doing this via the Internet, maybe a statewide site, where all of the cities and school districts and the county governments all can publish on one site. It's more effective in terms of you can find everything that's going on with a couple clicks of a mouse, but also it's more efficient in terms of spending taxpayer dollars for that notice. The notice is important, and I don't want to lose that site, but can we do it for less money? And I think the answer is probably yes.
Thank you.
Councilor Jameson, with your permission, could I just ask Deborah just a quick question?
Sure.
It's not so much the bid, is it? I mean, we would certainly bid against another paper if we had another paper in town.
Yes, Mayor.
We just don't have another paper to compete against, so that's why we can't do the bid. Is that correct?
That is correct. We need to have, so there's some stipulations in law about, the circulation. Is it, again, it's going back to that notice. What's the most effective means of telling the public about what we're doing for public business? And so that is correct, Mayor.
Well, I'm not certain that the shopping news wouldn't take offense to that.
Councilor Litz, point taken, and my apologies to the shopping news. Hearing no other questions or comments on item number 27, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Litz?
No.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entenmann?
Yes.
That item is passed 7-1. Item number 28, please.
Item 28 is a resolution establishing the Sioux Falls City Council goals and objectives.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve in a second, please?
Move to approve. Jameson.
Second, Entenmann.
Councilor Jameson's made a motion to approve, and it was seconded by Councilor Entenmann. Any questions or comments on this item? Councilor Jameson.
I guess if I could read this, we all discussed this at our last working session. Hopefully you've all received it and reviewed it, but I'll briefly summarize it. It'll be posted on the siouxfalls.org as well. But, Mayor, if I could.
Please.
Be it resolved by the City of Sioux Falls, that the Sioux Falls City Council, emphasizing its policy-making role, hereby establishes the following goals and objectives as part of our ongoing effort to continue to effectively implement the city's home rule charter form of government. Our mission statement reads as follows: to protect and enhance the quality of life for all residents by providing efficient and effective customer-focused services through establishing policies and appropriating money for those policies which are implemented by the administration. Kind of reads like a Hallmark card, but our vision is the City of Sioux Falls will be a vibrant, attractive, and safe city recognized as a model community. Our goals are public safety, infrastructure, quality of life, responsiveness of government, and financially stable city government. That's a quick summary of our goals and objectives.
Any other questions or comments in regards to this item? Hearing none, we did have a motion by Councilor Jamison, seconded by Councilor Entenmann on item number 28. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entenmann?
Yes.
That is passed 8-0. Item number 29, please.
Item 29 is a resolution dissolving tax increment district number 6.
Can I have a motion to approve, please, and a second?
So moved. Let's.
Second, Jamison.
This is one of two items that we have before you tonight where we're asking for the council to consider eliminating a tax increment financing district. And for those of people watching this that are not familiar with what that means, I'll just kind of give you a real quick summary of a tax increment district. South Dakota law provides for municipalities to establish tax increment financing districts. And essentially what these do is that they describe a geographical area, and within that area, any development or construction that takes place that will increase the property taxes, those increased property taxes, which is called the increment, can be used to offset the cost of public improvements as well as certain private development costs. The City of Sioux Falls has been using TIFs historically within the downtown area since the mid-1980s. This particular TIF, District Number 6, was established in December of 2005 in cooperation with the owners of Sharapa Place, and it was done with the idea that there could potentially be a downtown event center on this property. We did receive an option on the property. That option will expire later this year. And the main reason that we're moving forward with this dissolving action tonight is that there is also a requirement that improvements have to occur within 5 years of the TIF district being established. So we're approaching the end of that 5-year time period with this particular district. And with the discussion that we're having now with an event center out by the existing arena, we do not anticipate that this property will be used for the anticipated purpose. And we have notified the property owner of this action that's coming before you tonight.
Councilor Litz.
Mr. Mayor, I was wondering if Mr. Cooper would like to just bring us up to speed. We've got a lot of new councilors here, and give us a brief overview of how a TIF works.
Okay, I'll do that one more time. A TIF works by state law. We can identify a physical area, in our case within the downtown. It can be one property, it can be multiple properties. In fact, the first TIF that we did was the entire downtown. Within the property that's being described, there is going to be a TIF financing plan or a project plan that essentially describes what potential improvements could be constructed on that property. And again, in this case, it was anticipated that it might be an event center.
And what's the difference between a TIF and a BID, a business improvement district?
A business improvement district is a different provision in state law where property is assessed. In our case, again, within the downtown area, the BID district provides for an assessment of property. The assessment is based on the use of that property, and the assessment is used to pay for operating cost of the downtown Sioux Falls organization.
So a TIF could be within a BID?
Yes, correct, which is the case in this particular item tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper.
There you go.
Counselor Anderson Jr.
Mike, I'm going to throw a question at your memory here. Why wasn't the piece of property there on 8th Street, or the two pieces of property there, included in the TIF? Were they not wanting to be included, the property owners?
Different property owner that at the time we established this did not want to be included.
Okay.
There was talk about negotiating for the potential acquisition of that property, but that has not occurred at this point. Also, by dissolving a TIF district, it doesn't mean that in the future we could come back, that we couldn't come back and start over with another new project idea. So that certainly would be available anywhere within the downtown.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. No other questions or comments on item number 29. We had a motion by Counselor Litz, seconded by Counselor Jamison. If I could get a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That is passed 8-0. Item number 30, please.
Item 30 is a resolution dissolving tax increment district number 9.
Can I have a motion to approve, please, and a second?
So moved, Litz.
Second, Henneman.
Mr. Cooper?
This TIF District Number 9 was established by the City Council in December of 2008. It included multiple properties extending from 10th Street north to 8th Street and then west of the river. The primary properties that were included within this TIF district included Wells Fargo, First National Bank, and Great Western Bank. This was initiated primarily based on discussions with First National Bank about a potential expansion project. And based on recent conversations with the property owners, again, we don't anticipate improvements being started or completed within the time frame that's established by law of the 5 years. And based on our conversations with the property owners, we felt that we should go forward and dissolve the district. And again, it would not preclude anybody from coming back at a later date and establishing a new project boundary or a new project concept.
Mr. Cooper, thank you very much. We do have a motion on item number 30 made by Councilor Litz, seconded by Councilor Entman. No other discussion. If I could have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That is passed 8-0. Item number 31, please.
Item 31 is a report of the June 25th, 2010 Notice of Transfer of Appropriations Within Major Organizational Units, Memo 1.
Are there any questions or comments on item number 31? Item number 32, please.
Item number 32 is a report of the June 25th, 2010 Notice of Transfer of Appropriations Within Major Organizational Units, Memo 2.
Any questions or comments on item number 32? Hearing none, are there any other items before the body tonight or before the City of Sioux Falls? Any other comments from the audience? I will ask for a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Litz.
Second, Jamison.
There's been a motion by Councilor Litz and seconded by Councilor Jamison to adjourn tonight's meeting. If I could have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmembers Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
That is passed 8-0. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.